Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Going well.
Nice, man.
Going well.
So this is officially your second one of these. We did
Yep.
the live session with a replay follow up last time, and I remember talking a lot about um like hero to hero interaction. And when I watched your replay, correct me if I'm wrong, it was a lot. It was kind of pushing that to the limit, almost like to the point of trying to push the creep wave without really factoring in the heroes in the game. Is that is that correct?
Yeah, that's what we worked on last time.
Okay. So, what has been your either impressions from that? How helpful was it? Was it not helpful? Did it seem worse? Did it did you have lessons you learned from it, like while you were just trying to apply it yourself and things that happened? Like what's been your takeaways or, you know, changes from that point?
Um, I mean, that part's been really difficult for me because I don't know hero matchups that well. It's not something I've thought about in the past as much. Um, but I'm working on it and I'm trying to like build that intuition.
Mm.
Um, I think the biggest change for me since our last session is I've been going from ganks or fights back to farming faster,
Okay.
which is something else you pointed out.
Nice. So that you feel like that one's had pretty immediate impact for you?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Um I'm just taking notes. So, what would you like to work on this time around, or like what do you have in mind for your success today? Like, what would be like the sentence you say at the end of this that's like that was a success if I learned that, or I feel more empowered about that maybe.
Um, I think it's probably deciding on the right way to not interact with enemy heroes. So
Mm.
like last session during our live game, um, about half the time you were telling me, you know, go this way, and I would want to go the other way, right?
Mm.
Um, so learning when to, just use creep aggro or when to leave the lane or, specific movements that I can do
We didn't have
in
too
specific
much
situations.
time. Like, sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. That's all.
I was gonna say that I don't believe in the first round of VIP that I took time after the live game to review it with you, right?
I don't think so.
Okay. Would you be cool if we do that as your replay review to start, or would you prefer it? Did you have another game in mind?
I had a replay, but I'm not like
Which
married
one do
to
you
it.
think would be more helpful? I was just thinking that we could either use examples like that, where I told you something different than what you thought, or we can just make sure we do that today with the current replay you're going to give me into the live game. You know what I mean? Like, whatever approach sounds better to you, I'm down for.
We can try the live game first if you want.
Okay, cool. Um, so so for what I did with a lot of people this month was that I just, yeah, like I kind of mentioned, we did the live game first and then spent much more time talking about the live game itself rather than reviewing a replay going into the live game and then not really having time to talk about the live game too much. So since we already have a general idea of what we're going for, what's the best way, based on your first experience, that I can navigate you through the live game? Would you prefer more hands-on, less hands-on? Um, like basically, do you want me to try to tell you what I'd be doing most of the time, or do you want me to mainly give like big points? Do you know what I mean? Like what helps you
Yeah.
more?
Last time we did, you were like my map movement guide.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that worked really well because it
Okay.
showed me like pathing and routing that I wouldn't normally take.
Okay.
Because I'm like very rigid and structured. I'll do the same thing over and over again unless someone stops me. So
Gotcha. Okay. So you want me to help you focus on map movements then?
yeah,
Cool. Then we'll do that for the live game. How did we do it last time? Did we coach through the in game?
we
Because
we did
everybody's
the
had
in-game coaching.
okay, because
Yeah.
everybody's had different ways that we've had to do it. So sweet. In game coaching. You want to go ahead and request a coach then?
Yep.
Cool. I'll look for. Oh, there you are. Okay, I'm coaching you. Go ahead and queue it up.
Awesome. And I'll queue ranked so that I can get my roll.
So I think for the laning stage, just pregame, I would appreciate if you just tell me anything you're thinking about the draft and the lane you're about to go into. You don't need to do that once you're laning, but just
Pre-game.
yeah, pregame and the 90 seconds before zero,
Yeah.
I would love to hear if you could do your best, because not everybody loves doing this or has experience. If you could do your best to just narrate your inner monologue, that would be fantastic. Anything
Yeah,
you
I'll
can give
try.
us. Yeah, anything you can give me would help. Are you planning on playing Jug again, or what do you want to play today?
I've been playing a lot of Drow and Spectre. Those are
Okay,
my best heroes, and they're really good this patch.
cool.
Jug got nerfed, so I haven't played him since the patch.
Yeah, I feel that. Would you rather play Drow or Spectre today?
Probably Drow.
Okay, cool.
I've been feeling out the new build with Spectre, the Phylactery, and some people have been saying Battle Fury. I haven't tried that yet.
Yeah,
So
I've been hearing the rumors on Reddit and stuff, but I haven't seen very many Spectres in my games, so I haven't been exposed to it.
I think I'm on a 3-win streak with Phylactery Radiance.
That one seemed nice because it
So
gives you laning and early game pressure and then scaling, so it made sense to me.
yeah. I've been enjoying that. I wanted to try the Battle Fury because it makes sense for the same reason, but more farming oriented than fighting oriented.
Mm. The phylactery works on the Q, right? Or does it only work on the W?
It works on the Q and it works even if
Yeah.
you don't target them. If you ground target it and it hits them, the first unit it
Oh.
hits will get Phylacteried.
Oh. That is
Yeah.
kind of good and bad because what if you throw it at a hero but it goes through a creep wave? Then
Right.
it hits the creep. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I think if you unit target it, it'll Phylactery the targeted unit. So you can throw it through creep waves that way.
Oh, so if you do unit target it, it'll only phylactery that one.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
I
That's
think
good.
so.
That's good then.
Yeah. It just gives you options.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. My pubs recently have been atrocious. how,
Oh yeah.
how have yours gone? Like in terms of the
Uh
atmosphere of the games?
things have been really good recently actually. I'm on like a 7-win streak or something.
Fuck yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, it's awesome. Oh, I did lose my last game, but
Okay.
that
We'll
was
make the comeback here.
I was partied with two friends who were trying brand new heroes, so that was a rough game.
Did they tell you that ahead of time or did they throw the curveball at the
Yeah.
draft? Okay.
We've been doing the Monster Hunter Atlas. So my friends have been trying lots of new heroes.
Nice.
My wife was playing Io yesterday, and she relocated me in the same spot we were standing.
That's good shit.
Yeah.
I've seen that before. And it's always funny.
Yeah. It was a good time.
Yeah, I mean, since we're here and I'm gonna just briefly vent. Two of my last four games, I've had a guy tiny airline somebody, and then the other game was my carry SF rage buying back after 4 minutes into the game because my pudge DC'd. So
Oh, that's not good.
those are two of my last four games. So uh,
That is rough.
it never gets better, people. It never gets better. That's what I'll say. Yeah. But that's just the. I feel like that's just luck of the draw. Sometimes you just get those games, you know. Some people are having a bad day.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's the server. A couple days ago we were in a game and my wife could not stay connected. Like she DC'd
Mm,
every 2 minutes for the entire game or something.
weird.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And that's like obviously something you can't do anything about. You just got to play through it.
Yeah, of course. Of course. I had not seen the tiny airlines in a long time, though. I had not seen that in a while.
Yeah, since they changed the way Avalanche works, it's been less popular because it doesn't do the bonus damage anymore, right?
Do you know what tiny airlines is?
Throwing people back into your team.
No, Tiny Airlines is a guy that griefs his team at the start of the game by tossing his team into the opponent nonstop.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is different.
That's Tiny Airlines. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, so this guy just followed my Arc Warden around, tossing him into the tower. That's what the guy did all game.
Oh, that sucks. That's even worse, yeah.
Yeah, when you didn't really respond in the way that I'm like, did he understand what I mean by Tiny
I did
Airlines?
not.
Yeah, but you are correct that toss only does bonus damage to like the targets it lands on, not the targets that's thrown. So it is what you're thinking is correct. But yeah, that's funny. Come on, connect, potato PCers.
Looks like they're in.
Nice.
Should I just lock draw?
It's up to you. I mean, it's I usually lean towards people just first picking so they get their hero for the sake of the draft, even if it's not, even if it gives people
Yeah,
a
that's
chance to
fine.
counter you.
I don't mind playing into counters.
Yeah, you're like Grandmaster tier draw or something, right?
Yep.
So yeah, I'll just remind. So once you see the draft playing out, anytime from here on out, give me thoughts you'd be having.
Sure. So I don't like Pudge as a draw player. That's my first thought. Hook is definitely going to kill me at least once this game. I'll do my best not to get hooked. I expect him to be in my lane because usually supports pick first, so the Jakiro will go bottom and the Pudge will go top. Although maybe the Bounty Hunter will be in my lane actually. Slardar is definitely in my lane. Probably Slardar Bounty Hunter, and then they're saving their carry for last pick.
Could be Bounty Hunter mid as well, but yeah, I think it's equally likely one way or the other. Anything else with your draft? What
Uh,
about your heroes against theirs and stuff?
sure. So I like having Centaur as a good front line for me. Our team is pretty squishy otherwise. It's 4 backlines and Centaur. So we're going to need him to carry a lot of the fights by just like being in front of us.
Hmm.
Um, they have a very tanky team. Probably go Ags this game for the hypothermia.
In terms of pace of the game and aggression and stuff like that, what do you think of the two lineups?
I think they are the early game lineup and we are the late game lineup.
Okay. Because when I look at their draft, I see they're going to run at you a shit ton. They have Pudge, Bounty
Yeah,
Hunter, Slardar, like all run at you heroes, and you've got 4 squishy ranged guys. So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
just something I like to set the tone for myself at the start of the game.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is just something where we never want to get caught off guard by what the opponent's strategy is, so I like to think of it early. So it's like we should not be surprised. If they end up not doing this, it's one thing, but a lot of time, like if we prepare for something that ends up not happening, that's fine, right?
Yeah.
But in this case, like I'm not going to be surprised if you guys are losing 8-2 in kills and they're just running at you nonstop. So like that's one of those where I'm not going to go a super greedy farming build. Like if I'm debating between Yasha and Dragonlance, I would go Dragonlance in a game like this. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's just like an example of what I mean. Okay, so Pudge, not sure what he's going with that. We're just looking at his items. Looks like a core bounty. He's got a quelling blade.
Okay.
People are
Hook
D-warding
used.
in your bracket. What the fuck? Like, there's like a D-ward mid battle at 0 minutes. That's...
Yeah.
I think we can get the rune once we see somebody mid. Like, once we know they're mid, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
They're running somewhere as like 4 right now. I just don't know if it's towards you or... Yeah, just be
Okay.
careful. Yeah.
Yep.
Good call. Yeah.
There it is.
Nice. I'd run into your tier 2. Just run into the tier 2, yeah. You might have to TP to lane. Make sure you buy your tangos. Be careful walking up.
Yep. I'm just gonna keep the creeps between me
Very
and Pudge.
scary lane, all that positioning. Good luck. I won't distract you.
Yeah.
I'll let you just play this part. Pudge is going to be on the right. I do think you can hit Pudge more in general.
Okay.
Not the end of the world. Yeah, you'll want to only hit him when you're in a creep wave. Basically, like right now.
Okay. Yeah. Pudge is one of the matchups I'm worst at, like, personally. He's in my ban list, so...
I see. Hit Pudge, hit Pudge. Nice, keep hitting, keep hitting. Just hit Bounty Hunter now. Just keep trading. Watch out for the Pudge hook. You're drawing aggro a lot more than I would want you to. I'm not sure if it's intentional or not.
That one was not. Most of them are.
Okay. I'd go block the creeps. Yeah. Lich is full. Just we gotta be careful if he doesn't with us.
Yeah, he's not doing anything,
Yeah,
so...
he's very AFK. Yeah, he's coming back. You guys can, if you keep hitting Pudge while the wave's like this, like, yeah, just hit Pudge. We want him to be like half HP, because then they can't go on you. Careful of chasing that far. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Bounty Hunter's probably taking the thing.
Lotus, yep.
We don't want the wave to push into us too hard, so you're going to need to start auto-attacking creeps forward a bit. Watch out for Pudge.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see why you struggle with Pudge. So, while you're dead, it's just there's certain matchups where we want to stay within the creep wave, and there's certain matchups we want to play on the side, and you seem to default to the side, which will fuck you against Pudge very hard. But we'll worry about that moving forward. Your Lich might be pulling. He's just not.
He's just hanging out.
Yeah, he's just chilling. Is he going to stack at least? No. Okay. So you're going to want to pull for yourself in this lane eventually.
Yeah.
But you can farm this wave, I think. Watch out for Pudge. Yeah. You can hit Pudge. You can hit him. You're not going to get on him. Yep, hit it. Yep. These trades are good for you because they took a lot of damage and you're chilling. So just play within the creep wave. Yep. Yeah. I'd hit the Pudge. Hit the Pudge. He has no hook. Yeah. Just whenever he doesn't have hook, you should be much more aggressive.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. But he's going to have hook again soon, so be careful. Lane's chilling. Keep a wave outside your tower. Lich is doing something. Buy your item. Watch out for Pudge hook. I might be distracting you too much. I apologize.
No, it's okay. It's a lot to think about, but it's good. Because I need to up the pace of my game anyway. That's something you noticed last time, is I like focus on one thing at a time. I need to...
Yeah, I have thoughts about this kind of stuff. But I'll help you out again with those thoughts. I would not fight over there against those two heroes. Yeah.
Okay.
Stand on the right side of the lane before you see us. Yeah. So a lot of times you're either all out hitting Pudge or never hitting Pudge. I want you to like hit him once then back off. Yeah, like that. Yeah. There you go. Watch out for Pudge.
Yep.
So now you can hit him a bunch because he used hook.
Okay.
If he walks in vision. Yeah, you don't want to go near him. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because of rot.
Yeah, yeah. Turn and hit, turn and hit. Yeah. Okay, watch out.
Fuck.
Okay, it's interesting. It seems like you're in all-out dodge mode or all-in mode.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help you after the game better, but I'm gonna stop trying to fix it here, and we'll help you after, hopefully.
Okay.
I don't know where Pudge is. Just keep moving. You're not really within the... Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now I can come
He has
here.
ult. He has ult, so...
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, he actually... You can do a lot of damage from here. Yep. It's all good. Just CS, just CS. Okay, go pull small, will you? Watch out for the hook.
Nope. Fuck me.
Yeah, watch out for the hook means this.
Yeah, yeah. I knew what you meant, and I just did the wrong thing.
I see. Yeah, very stressful lane to play against.
Yeah. It's okay, we can come back.
Yep, just walk yourself out. I would not TP since we could risk dying again. Bounty Hunter is bottom. Oh god, he's already sick. Yeah, I'm just checking on the other lanes for you. So Slardar's going phylactery. Interesting. That actually seems kind of cool. Can you call for your AA to come top and try to kill this Pudge?
Hey, do you want to come top and kill Pudge? Nope. Oh, he did.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Be ready over here. Oh, be ready to help your team. Yep. How? Yeah.
I was saving it for his ult.
Oh gosh. Nice. Let's fucking go. Hey, you probably should have saved his ult. That's my bad. Fly yourself a salve and a raindrop. And clear the wave as fast as you can. Put the tango in your inventory.
Yep.
Like use your E, go pull small. You're done here. Yep. Oh, it's not
No
there.
camp.
Okay, go farm the small camp above you. You can use this hill, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Rare kindness.
we don't really have any plays that we can make on the map. Invoker's going bots, apparently, instead of Midas. That's kind of a weird play. Not sure how I feel about that. I mean, you don't really have anywhere you can go, so I just keep farming here. Yeah, this feels awful, but I don't think there's much else you can do. Unless Pudge shows. If Pudge shows somewhere, then you can walk back. Oh gosh.
Oh, fuck.
Nice dodge, nice dodge. Silence Pudge and TP.
TP, okay.
That might have been too late, yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
All good. Yeah, it had to be like instant.
Right then, yeah, I get it. I just didn't expect it.
Yeah, I mean, you responded pretty quickly, all things considered. It just, because it's level 1 silence, it did have to be instant, because you had to rely on the pushback distance.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to just walk back to probably these camps right here. These ones.
Okay. The drawings don't show up on the minimap, by the way.
Oh, you see this?
Only on the ground.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I see that on the ground, but not on the map.
Gotcha. Yeah, this is just a really rough scenario for us. I'm not sure where we go from here, to be honest. I think we just have to dodge at all costs, but we're against Bounty Hunter Slardar, so I'd like walk mid and like pick up the lane.
Okay.
I would be avoiding top at all costs. Like I wouldn't have even picked that up. Bounty Hunter can be anywhere. You pretty much have to hug your towers.
Okay.
Like I'd push this as quickly as possible with right clicks. Yeah. So because we're gonna jungle with shitty jungle items, I would have saved that. Yeah. Oof. He had an invis apparently.
Yep.
That sucks.
It is okay.
Indeed. Define okay.
Well, I can farm still.
True.
It's just very slow.
Slardar's TPing, so TP mid right now and push it ace up.
He cancelled.
Oh, yeah, just be careful then. Try to pull the creeps if you can.
He's gonna dive me.
Yeah.
Because I saw him diving the Invoker earlier.
Yep. Okay, now just go to the camps above you. Be careful.
Yep.
Yeah, playing these type of games against Bounty is the absolute fucking worst. Your Invoker went bots, so he's probably going to be not making space for you. Just keep an eye out for Pudge. You can probably walk back towards top right now.
Okay.
Just be very wary of Pudge on your way there. We want to get back to the lane, though, because you jungle so shit. I always take water routes just because it gets there faster, but it's okay. I understand you were probably scared of
Pudge might be in the jungle.
Yeah, I thought, yeah.
I see
Just
him
keep running.
now.
We see them all. Push the wave ace up. So I would not use your E because they're not going to be there right now. But I would use E on the next wave if I see them coming towards me. So they're still bottom right now. Slardar, can you scan right here? Yeah. Okay. Get the fuck out. TP mid. TP mid. Yep. You're going to push that and then go back.
Okay.
Run. Slardar has no blink yet. Yep, just jungle. Right here.
Okay.
This is all you can do. We're in super evasive mode. Scans are really important when we see people go off map and we're not sure if they came towards us or not. That's why I told you to scan.
Right.
And if you didn't see him on the scan, you would have gotten a creep wave off of it. So that's why it's even better. Yep. So Slardar, no blink yet, but he probably has it soon. You're going to want to walk back to the creep wave without killing the small ones. Yeah. Just be worried that Slardar is going to be there. I'm like looking at bottom for you. It looks like there's kind of something going on there. But Slardar's still missing. You'll probably have to go up from here. Yeah. Can you buy yourself a ward? You have TP in 8, and it might be worth TPing bottom.
I think it's going to be over before my TP is ready.
Yeah, maybe. That's fine. I'd use your E, your full mana. You don't know where Slardar is. Yeah, I'd like walk super stealthy like this to the wave.
Okay.
Actually, TP tier 2 mid. Sorry. A lot going on here.
No.
You can keep going. There's going to be another creep wave coming. Can you scan where the creeps are coming from? Thank you. Yep, yep. Be careful. You can stand like right here, though. And E the wave. And then run. Oh, gosh.
Oh, shit. I'm dead.
We tried. I mean, honestly, like, those are risks I would take. Because, like, you just...
Yeah. You gotta get creeps.
Yeah. You gotta do something. Sucks they were 2 there.
It's okay. Maybe my team cleaned something up off of it. I don't know.
I'll be honest. I'll just be honest with you, man. I think we have no chance because your Invoker who had a good game went bots Yules. And it's just like... If he went, like, Midas Ags, like, we'd have a chance. But you can walk top here. When I say have a chance, I'm saying that, like, the game is going to either go to 60 minutes and we have a chance, or it's... Go ahead and put the blade in your inventory.
Yes.
I would walk all the way to top lane, actually, through the river, because it gets you there faster.
Yeah.
But Slardar has a blink now. So we are in a rough city here. You're going to go for top wave. They're running at bottom wave right now, so that's nice for us. Just E it. Clear this as quickly as possible. I don't think there's any business of you going to the fight, so just keep pushing. They're all there, so keep going. Yeah, they're 5 bot with a Crimson. You're not doing shit. Keep pushing. Eat up. Go big camp after. Get your item. Yeah.
Where do we want this word?
Put it like right here.
Okay.
Gonna see gate and people coming from lane. You have a small camp. I wouldn't go for the wave. Because the fight's over. You're gonna farm backwards here like this. Yo, you can't see that. Like this.
I can see it on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, sadly we don't have too many map movement options this game. Go ahead and put your raindrops back in your inventory. I would just go full Hurricane Pike. I don't think you really have it. Honestly, I would go Midas here. I would kill that camp and go Midas. This game's either going to 60 minutes or it's not.
Yeah.
Run back towards top wave after this and E it.
Yep.
Oh, never mind. You can just TP if you want.
I can stand in the tower, I think.
Okay.
Oh, no. Everything has gone wrong. I should have TP'd. You were right.
Yeah, I saw them mid, that's why. I saw them here. So,
I see.
We know what their lineup's going to do, right? They see you, they're
Right.
going to run at you. So the moment we get seen by Bounty Hunter, that implies we will have
the TP.
a Pudge Slardar on us, is what it means. So then we just need to react to that meaning, right? That's
Right.
So for you, you're like, oh, I can get away from this Bounty Hunter, it's fine. But I'm like, well, you're going to have a
It's not
Pudge
the Bounty
Slardar
Hunter,
on
that's
you in
the
the next
problem.
10 seconds.
Yeah.
And that was something that, in general, I was kind of setting the tone for minute 0.
Right.
So, like, something... like, if Bounty Hunter has 4 ranged heroes on his team, and he goes on me, I'm not going to think about it too much, you know?
Right.
I just walk back towards top. All right, okay, you walk to bottom. Hey, bottom's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna
Bottom's
farm
fine.
the ancients.
Yeah, bottom's fine.
Joga fácil, joga lindo.
Oh, we can't see any of them. I thought they were with Pudge. Is there any chance I TP to this?
Yeah, dude, go for it. I would have TP'd more aggressively, but it's all good.
I see.
Yeah, if we're going to our fight, we have to force it. Watch out for the blade mill.
Yep.
This is a
Just
huge
wait.
kill, though. Yeah. Go clear mid. Be careful. Put your glove in your inventory. Mark for sale your quelling and your slipper. I think you can push one more wave. You're going to go back to the medium camp after this? Yeah, yeah. No more pushing. Your team's about to feed. I'd be, making sure we're using E off cooldown. They're coming towards you right now, so run towards bottom. We almost got that Midas. You might go on this guy. You have a centaur. Yeah. It's gonna be quick, and you have to get the fuck out after this. They're running towards you. Run. Like this way. That works, too.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to run away from where they're
Being
coming
too
from.
close to them.
Yeah, can you TP top out of, like, can you hide and TP top? Oh, God.
It's happening.
Oh, God.
I think I'm dead.
I believe so. I honestly did not anticipate you trying to stay on the map. I thought you, like, I'll be honest, I assumed you had a similar threat detection that I had there, and that was bold of me.
No, that was my bad.
Yeah, so that's the, like, notice how in this game, when something indicates they're running at me, I'm like, I have to TP. I have no fucking
We have to
choice.
go immediately.
Get
yeah.
the fuck out of here.
Diving really deep instead of getting the tower, but we're all dead.
Yeah. I mean, their heroes do that. They have Slaughter, Bounty, Pudge.
Gonna wait for someone else to be up, I think.
I would walk like this. Out to top.
Okay.
We never sit in base. We just can't. So you walk this way. Super safe way, yep.
I forgot about this new gate.
Yep. I'd walk super down the lane. I'd go towards the small camp. I would skip this one. I'd actually go on the wave since we see everybody. That's why we walked, because we're like, we're either going to farm the small camp. Oh, God. Slaughter. You need a TP right now. Nice. Okay. We're out. You can walk back and initiate your farming pattern top again.
Midas.
And we got a Midas now. Very poggers.
Can't kill the dead.
Easy. It'll pay for itself in about 15 minutes. Don't worry. Yep. It's no safer in there than it is out here, so gotta hope Slaughter doesn't find you. I keep running down the top jungle here. Make sure you're on Agi treads.
Oh yeah. I thought I was.
Okay, you're gonna be a ninja like this. Ninja. Ninja. Through the gate you go, my friend. Ah,
Oh my god.
unluck. They might have a ward there.
Yeah, probably.
We have no other choice. Our other option is to sit in base, so we just have to do these type of things. Get him! Easy. 700 gold pog. Watch out for Slardar. You can absolutely just die instantly. We need that 4-stab before we don't die instantly anymore. Buy yourself... try to E this wave. Can you get this... Let's try to E this wave from Fog. Like over here. And then you're going to E this wave and then TB back to your team bottom. Yeah, and then just try to follow your Centaur. Maybe he tanks something for you here. Maybe we can get this Jakiro. Oh, Goku's dead. We kind of had to hope that turned into something, because Pudge was dead, but... Maybe hit the Slardar? He can blink on you because you didn't cancel it. Be careful.
Pyre.
Yeah.
And then I need to wait out his BKB so I can silence. I was early. Fuck me.
Run! I think you're fine. Yeah, this game was rough. We'll have a lot to talk about with the laning phase, and maybe like a bit with the mid game, but not... Obviously not the best, so if we end up having like 20-30 minutes left over, we can also review the game from before.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, it's kind of just the nature of live replays sometimes is...
It happens.
The game can be a bit stompy.
I'm not bothered by it. I think there's a lot to learn in this one, actually, so...
Yeah, I mean, if you're struggling with Pudge, then this might be the type of game... This might be an archetype of game you really struggle with.
Yeah, yeah.
Watch out for them blinking on you.
Okay.
Yep. Sardar's not coming, so we have a bit of time.
Pudge is coming.
Yep, they're all coming now. Good positioning, though. Okay, we gotta go get the double Midas off so that we can get our 4-step. Oh, you silenced the Slardar? That was pretty pog.
I don't think I live.
Oh, you're good. Watch out for the hook. He's fishing. Oh my god, I actually thought you were going to walk into it. This guy will die at least sometime in the next minute. Okay.
I think that's game.
Ah, we can still come back. Pudge will die eventually. I think if you hit him about 60 more times, he'll go down.
Maybe, yeah.
Yes, the value. Nice, you got the value. That's the most important thing. I have to give a bit of a shower thought real quick. I think the most insane thing about this entire game to me was this Invoker. Because
Really?
he had a really good start, and he had he's Grandmaster tier Invoker, so he's not learning the hero. He's had a perfect start, and if we just look at his items at minute 11 or 12 minutes, he has Brown Boots, Null Talisman, and he had 2,900 gold in his inventory. Like he just had 2,900 gold. So for me, that was
very strange.
that was the strangest thing about this game for me. That would be a specimen to study. But no, back to the seriousness of the coaching session here. You know, a lot of this is about laning, and if you're somebody that struggles with, how did you word it? You said something like you tunnel vision?
Yeah.
On one thing. I would actually just like to take some time to talk about that. So, like, what does tunnel visioning look like for you? Like, how does it play out in real life too? Like, tell me anything you can about tunnel visioning, and maybe I'll have some better questions.
I mean, I get really focused on like what I'm doing, and I'm not great at multitasking. So, like for example, I don't look around the map enough with my camera.
Yeah.
And I don't collect information as much as I should. I think I'm pretty good at using the information I have, but I'll be focused on last hitting or, farming some camps or like planning where I'm going next, and then I won't notice things that are obvious around me.
Interesting. So I'm operating off of a bit of a theory here recently, so I kind of want to just test it on you and ask questions. Have you ever heard of, there's like a process of, I need to look up the name of this because I haven't like formulated the video yet, but there's like 4 stages of like learning something where it's subconscious incompetence, subconscious or conscious incompetence. Have you heard of this or no?
Yeah. I'm a little familiar with it.
Okay. So I have this theory that, because I think there's a bit of a myth of sorts that, for instance, you're bad at multitasking. Like, I think every single human being in the universe is bad at multitasking. Like, I don't think our brains are built to multitask. So I've noticed for myself that a lot of people will respond, and I do it to myself too. Like, I say it in my own head, that a lot of people will respond to me with this type of stuff as, that I'm bad at multitasking. Like, that's what they'll say. And so I would like to dig a bit deeper with, why do we think we have to multitask when other people seem to be able to do what they're doing? Do you know what I'm saying?
I see.
Like, it's like, why, it's not like meant to be like an insult. It's like, why is a pro player able to look around the map, CS, position, pull camps, timer, items? Why are they able to do that when that's like 9 things at once? But
because most of it's automatic to them.
Exactly. So my theory about it, and I plan to make a video on it very soon, is that this is why the majority of Dota players have this issue. And it's such a beautiful, like, we all have this issue as humans. Like, this isn't isolated to Dota, but it's this issue that I personally think, I'm going to get into the explanation in just a second. I feel like I'm like, things popping up in my head. Have you ever felt like you're learning something and then you learn it and then like you forget it, and then 3 months later you learn the same lesson again and then you forget it, and then do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've done that.
Okay. So for me, my theory here, and this might be backed by science, might not be, I don't know, is that the learning process is subconscious incompetence. So what that means is that I'm unaware that I'm incompetent. So that's just like, I didn't even know creep aggro existed. Like, that's an example of subconscious incompetence. So then you learn about creep aggro. Somebody brings awareness to you. Suddenly you've transferred into the conscious incompetence. Like, I'm now aware that I don't know this thing. And then we learn it. We spend time learning it. And we become consciously competent, which means that I now understand creep aggro. I know how it works. And when I'm thinking about it, I do it. Right? And
Right.
the problem that I think 99% of people, the trap that we fall into, is that we think that's good enough. Like, we stop there. We stop at conscious competence. Because if you think about it, we understand it. Like, we know the thing, we have the knowledge. But then what my theory is multitasking, quote unquote, is anything you're doing in the conscious competence category. Because if it's your sole task, you'll do it just fine. But if you have 2 or 3 of them, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So what I want the video to be about, and what I'm trying to theory craft with you today, is how do we turn conscious competence into subconscious competence, so that now they're just, like you said earlier, these things are automatic. They're habitual. We don't have to think about them consciously anymore. And these are things that, like, a lot of us do, to varying degrees. It's like, I learned Dota this way. Was I ever fully aware that that's how I was learning it? No. But, like, for me, it's like, if I've played Slark 800 times, how much of my competence is subconscious? You know what I mean? Like, playing
Right.
Slark. It's like, if you're pushing buttons on Drow, a large portion of you pushing buttons on Drow, if not all of it, is going to be subconsciously competent, because you've played so much Drow that
Yeah, it's almost automatic.
that you can just do, like, you may not respond correctly with, like, silence TP, for instance, but that has nothing to do with Drow, right? That has something to do with another aspect of Dota. So my theory is that
TP enough, but that's another thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's a whole nother subject. So I'm gonna share my screen. I'm not fully starting the replay just yet, but I'm gonna share my screen. So my theory here is that I'm realizing 95% of my coaching sessions with anybody who's played Dota for more than, like, 2 years, which is almost all of my coaching sessions, is people with way more conscious competence with a very low amount of subconscious competence. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a ton of knowledge that's not getting applied consistently. They know about the things I'm talking about. None of it is news to them. Maybe not none of it, but, like, a small percentage of it is news to them. But there's something they're missing that either they learned at one point and they never consciously transferred it to subconscious, or maybe there's, like, some dots in there that they haven't connected that I hopefully can help you guys connect, right? That I can make it like a... So you say you don't look at the minimap enough, right? And something that I've realized in the past, I was actually encouraging people, you need to just look, or you don't look at the around the map, is what you said. I've encouraged people to look around the map, and on hindsight, I actually think that's, like, a bad advice, because if you don't know why you're looking around the map, then it's pointless, right? So that's starting with the solution rather than the root of the problem, all right? And I remember it was in a Steve Jobs interview a while back where he said something along the lines of, what most companies get wrong is that they make something and then they try to find a use case for it. But what we do here at Apple is we look for a problem and craft something to solve the problem. So I think that that's a mistake I've made numerous times with coaching people, with my own approach. And so, do you know what I mean? Like, we're saying, yeah, look around the map more. It's like, okay, why? Like, now we have to find use cases for looking around the map. So I don't actually like that, right? I'm like retracting get the habit of moving around the map. What I would like to do is talk about core concepts that become the root of your problems, so that if we draw attention to them for, like, 100 games, then you will be, hopefully, subconsciously competent about these root problems. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that seems like a good approach.
Okay. So let's try it out. We're going to try that, especially with your laning phase this game, because that was where a lot of things were decided.
Yes.
So something that I started at the start of, or something I had you do at the start of the game, taking a quick drink of water there, was tempo of both drafts. Like, this isn't me trying to be like, I'm a prophet, hail me. But like, I literally said what happened in this game was going to happen.
Right.
Like, we can see that kind of stuff at the start of the game. Like, we can just see it. So what that tells us is what to brace ourselves for, and it will help us better react to what's going to happen. So when you got gone on by Bounty Hunter, my brain doesn't go, okay, got gone on by Bounty Hunter. Where's everybody else on the map? How long do I have? Should I TP? My brain knows that Bounty Hunter is the catalyst for all ganks in this game. He's going to be scouting people. And if I'm a kill hero on the enemy team, I would always want to play near that guy. So for me, Bounty Hunter represents the information, and the information represents all kill heroes on the enemy team. So if the information sees me, then unless I'm unkillable to the kill heroes, then I need to act like the kill heroes are right there. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
So something pre-game. So I mentioned tempo of both drafts. So we had a little bit of an issue with the online documents. But I'm typing one up for you that I'll share with you at the end. So
Okay.
tempo of both drafts. This helps understand what each hero action does. So who is the catalyst for ganks on the opponent team? If they scout / initiate, what would be the follow-up from the rest of their team? Like, what is the likelihood that that hero is jungling defensively? Or what's the so the bounty hunter's giving them information to farm? Or what's the likelihood that Slardar is like one blink and 5 seconds away? You know, just what's the likelihood based on these heroes? Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So I asked the question, who's the catalyst for ganks? And if they find you, what's the follow-up? So who's with them a lot of the time? And even though we can talk all day and night about how often Dota players play suboptimally, they surprisingly play according to the formula a high percentage of the time when they're not tilted. No matter what bracket, even in 2K. I'm like, I know you're in high threat, even though I haven't played a 2K game in forever, right? We're playing the same game at the end of the day. So, that's like one of the questions that I would want you to ask yourself at the start of the game. The problem we're solving is how we react to getting initiated onto in the game.
Okay.
So that's something where we can decide that roughly minute 0. It's
Right.
largely like scale of 1 to 10 sort of urgency. It's like, am I against a lineup that's going to wear me down? Or if I get caught for a split second, I'm just fucking dead. And so when I'm going to get caught for a split second, and that means I'm fucking dead, I'm going to look around the map way less. Do you know what I mean? Because say I have a blink dagger and I'm against Slardar. If I look around the map for a second and I don't notice him the second he shows in vision, I'm going to die. But if I'm looking at my hero and I see him, I'm going to blink away, right? So that's just an example of, I actually think I've been looking around the map too much in my recent games because I've been doing it for the sake of doing it rather than being honest with myself about when and how I can look around the map. You know? So,
Yeah.
So let's ignore looking around the map for a second. It's like, if who's the catalyst for ganks on their team? Like, I want to fast forward real quick to this time where Bounty Hunter went on you.
Yeah.
Let's fast forward to that for a second. I don't remember exactly when it was. We're gonna find it. So when he gets gone on, I immediately check the map and I go, fuck. Like, look at the map.
There's nobody.
Yeah. So this is an example of, at the beginning of the game, I established these guys are going to run at us. So that's my default. The point of the map, looking around and minimap, is to give us evidence to recognize exceptions. It's like, we don't want to fight them, but we see they're separated. Go. They're running at me, but I see 4 of them bottom, so I guess they're not. Do you see what I mean by this?
Yes.
So at
It's
the
like,
beginning of the game, I'm assuming the default is they're running at me at all times. I get hit by Bounty Hunter, quick glance at the minimap, I go, oh, fuck, and then I TP. Like, I didn't have to be looking at the map this whole time. I could have been, like, my map awareness over time needs to be better or whatever, but, like, do you see what I mean by this?
yes.
So it doesn't matter how many times we look at the minimap. It matters what that information means for us and what triggers us to look at the minimap and what that trigger means to us. So it's like, okay, so I get gone on by their scout, which we decided at minute 0. I get gone on that guy. That means check the minimap for threats. I don't see anything, TP. And
Right.
so then it's like, you know, when you're buying items, you'll be like, okay, once I have Hurricane Pike, I can be a bit more patient about this. Like, this sense of urgency will go a bit down. But what this is also causing you to do is kind of be consciously assessing your sense of urgency of threat level at all times in the game. So, like, I was thinking you're at like a 10 out of 10 threat level this entire game. And so every move I was telling you to make was ultra cautious. Remember? Like,
Yeah.
path around the trees, TP instantly, you know, get the fuck out. And so it's not that if we can get you establishing that for yourself, what we would do is I would want you to start kind of generally categorizing, okay, TPing out is when threat levels are like 9 or 10. Like, that's when I'm going to start considering TPing out. And so when you're playing the game, you're thinking to yourself subconsciously what the threat level is. But we first need to ask ourselves that pregame question and spend all of our conscious competence on what is the threat level right now. So what that's going to mean is we miss a bunch of CS. We forget to buy items. We lose some map awareness. We mispress spells. Like, that's what that's going to mean, right?
Yeah.
Because we're using all of our conscious competence on what is our threat level right now. And what's going to eventually happen, in my experience, is anything like this that can be worked on throughout the entire course of the game will become subconsciously competent if you just play with that sole focus.
Okay.
Nothing else matters. It's really hard to stick to this because of what I said earlier, which is you're going to play worse in the short term. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I noticed that after our last session as well.
That you
So I
played
went on a
worse in the
losing
short
streak,
term
and
and
then I
got...
went on a winning streak.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're aiming for. So I always try to set that expectation that, you know, anybody who comes to coaching, I think if you're doing it right, you're going to have a short-term loss streak into
'cause you're
long-term
changing
growth
things.
because you're actually making that change. So that's for me, it's an indicator of success, even for myself. If I go on like a short-term loss streak after consciously improving something. So, so that's the first thing is, can be considered all game. The way I look at this is that, I am trying to okay. I think the most important distinction anyone out there can make is what does it mean for something to be subconsciously competent? Like, what does it look like? And so for me, for instance, I'm trying to work on waking up at the same time every day. I think the example of that being subconsciously competent is when my body wakes itself up.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, well, I
When
didn't
you
have
don't
to...
even need an alarm.
I don't even need an alarm. It doesn't take effort. I just fucking wake up at 8 a.m. because that's what my body's done. I've had that before, but I never really thought about it. And then I let it go. Like, I let it change. So there's other factors to it. But it's like, if I start working on my morning routine when I'm already using a lot of willpower and like a lot of... it's not just competence, it's also willpower. It's like we only have a limited amount of focus and a limited amount of willpower. And if I'm using a lot of willpower to wake up at 8 a.m. and now I'm suddenly trying to do 2-hour workouts every day that I wasn't doing, it's like I'm just going to crash and burn, right? That's what's going to happen. So,
Right, you got to build it step by step.
yeah, so that's what I'm thinking with your gameplay is let's not worry about looking around the map more. Let's worry about you just gauging your threat level at all stages of the game. Does that make sense?
I can do that. Yeah, I can do that.
So what we're establishing is a sense of urgency of how quickly you will have to react defensively to whatever you see. Like, it helps you with how early do I use BKB in fights? It helps you with, like, do I Hurricane Pike instantly or can I hold on to it? Like, you know, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Any questions about this at all?
No, I think that makes perfect sense to me.
Okay, cool. So we're going to go back to the landing phase. So another question. So let me actually think about this. Oh. Okay. Bear with me. You're helping me. I need to do this while it's fresh, otherwise I'm not gonna do it. Like meaning I'm gonna lose the thought. So I have like this master doc thing that is the forms you guys will all get. So question to be asked before the game. How this So what I did with you just there is I said, here's the question to be talking about before the game. What's my threat level, right? Or like what's the tempo of the game? Question how this affects you during the game. Thing to focus on, right? So the example here would be question to be asked before the game. What's the tempo and catalyst? So like what's tempo and catalyst, and then how this affects you is gauging threat level, right?
Sure. By
Yeah.
catalyst, you mean the thing that makes them able to kill me, right?
It's usually the catalyst is like who's gonna go first.
Right. Okay.
So
That's what
sometimes
I thought. I just wanted to make sure.
yeah, sometimes it's the guy that just straight up initiates. Sometimes it's the guy that gives vision. One or the other, usually. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm thinking like I want to see how I structure these notes for you guys because I want it to be as helpful as possible. So, during game consideration, how do I react to threat level? Okay. I'm just making your notes better. 1 second here.
Take your time. No worries.
Question before game. That's one. Question. Game. Okay. The question before the game that I have for you is, and I might need to adjust this. Do I want to position within the creeps or away from the creeps in this lane? What's an example of an offlaner that you would not want to be within the creeps, and why?
So, my first thought was Winter Wyvern, but she's not really an offlaner that often.
Yep.
But because she can use the creeps to hit you for damage.
Okay.
Other examples would be like heroes like Bristleback who have AoE damage. So the closer you get to the creep wave, the more damage you're gonna take.
Yep. Generally AoE heroes. Yeah, like anything with like Underlord, Bristleback, Darkseer. Creeps are a threat with them, right? Because they want to hit the creeps with their nukes.
Yeah.
What else?
Other types of offlaners that you want to avoid the creeps.
I've got 2 for you. 3 for you.
Darkseer?
I said Darkseer, but yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead and tell me.
Sand King.
Sand King.
Because of Caustic Finale. Axe.
Yep.
Because of Counter Helix.
Yep.
Legion Commander because of her
Overwhelming odds.
Overwhelming odds and counterattack, both of those.
Yep.
Necro, but he's like an AoE hero. So it's basically AoE heroes and heroes that literally have spells that interact with creeps, right?
Right.
So do I want to position within the creeps or away from the creeps? Heroes within creeps would be anything that how do I word this? I think it actually starts with heroes that use creeps. So that's Axe, Legion, Sand King, Darkseer. Heroes that nuke creeps, or nukes / AoE creeps. So that was Necro, Underlord, Viper, Mars, Bristle, you said. Okay. So these are heroes. Heroes we don't want to be near creeps. This is literally probably a video itself. But... okay, heroes we don't want to be near creeps are these. Heroes we otherwise we generally want to play in the wave. Especially important versus skill shot heroes. Pudge,
or
Marana. Any hero with projectiles, so Ringmaster, potentially. Are there anything else? No, that's about it. I don't think other heroes... like, the thing is we would prefer to play in the creeps, because that means we're closer to the creeps, so we'll CS better. That means that we have more control over the lane. That's generally the optimal play. So it's more like, we understand we optimally want to be within the creeps, but there's a lot of heroes in the game that force us out of that. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is something you've already seemed to learn, because you are positioning yourself outside of the creeps, like, just by default. So even though the rule, quote unquote, is to want to be positioned within creeps, more times than not, you don't want to be within creeps. And you've learned this over time. Do you see how you're subconsciously competent that the average better play is to be outside of creeps?
Yes.
So what we want to draw attention to is that there is a reason that you did that, and we need to craft the exceptions so you don't get fucked in those, like, 3 or 4 matchups, you know?
Right.
So you are subconsciously positioning away from creeps, but we just need you to understand why, so that you understand how the creeps can be used against you and how they can be used for you. Like, creeps play so much of a role, right? In lane.
Right.
So I don't want to, like, I don't think it's going to serve too much of a purpose on my end, like, in terms of the best use of our time, but you can go back and watch this laning stage and think, how often am I not using the creeps correctly?
It's probably most of the time.
Yeah. And it's like, if you're against Axe and you get yourself caught in a call within the wave, then you would want to watch the game back and be like, what percentage of this lane was I playing within the wave? You know? And
yeah.
That's what you can do, is like, you're becoming more aware of how often you're setting yourself up for that. Because a lot of times we get punished once, but until you're, like, in my bracket or above, you're getting away with it sometimes. So it's not easy to quantify. You know, in my bracket, it's pretty easy. Most of the time, however many times I got caught out of position, I have like 70% of those are deaths. Like, that's just what it is, because people are really fast to capitalize on this stuff. So this is an example where it's like, you naturally run to the left here. Like, right here, you run to the left, when you could be attacking him from right here.
Yeah.
Right? But that's just because in 90% of matchups, that is where you would play.
And this explains why I'm so bad against Pudge. It's because I'm playing wrong.
you're playing the way that you're supposed to play in 90% of matchups. And I think that's super important that almost every experienced Dota player understands this, because you guys are, most of you who have played the game for a long time, it's actually your like subconscious competence is actually kind of getting in the way sometimes. So we need to draw attention to the why, so that the subconscious competence is, instead of I play outside the creep wave because that's better most of the time, it's I think about how the creeps affect me. Small tweak, massive implications for the 4 or 5 hero matchups that it fucks you. And then in the future, there's like a lot of these versions in Dota, right? Because there's just specific heroes we need to adjust to. And every hero has adjustments we require. And that's why I think most of us have these heroes we hate, because they just kind of capitalize on our blind spots, you know? So for you, it's Pudge, it seems like.
Yeah.
So, sadly, Lich literally wasn't playing the lane. So my thought that I was trying to tell you is, if you're in the creep wave, you're allowed to hit Pudge. Do you see what I mean? Because like if you're right here,
you can't do anything back to me.
Yes, exactly. So like in this spot, I wanted you to hit Pudge because I want, like, you're between him and creeps, so I wanted you to hit him. And so it's like there's times where I want you to hit him, and then what's happening is, since you weren't aware of this prior to this game, which is fine, you would overhit him a little bit too much, and you'd hit him. Like, if you don't know why I'm telling you to hit him, then you're just gonna hit him, right? And then it's not gonna work.
Right.
So
but
now
switching to this like aggressive mode without realizing I'm aggressive because of the creeps.
Yes. And so like I got really nervous right here.
Yeah.
I was like, oh god, you know. So in this case, when you're carry, what are you thinking right now? I need to know. Like in this live game, you just played it.
Okay. They've got a double wave.
Yeah.
So I'm worried that they will kill all of our creeps and try to dive me.
Okay. So what should you do with that?
My thought was to just blast the creep wave with my E, but you said to just auto attack it down.
You're allowed to blast it, but I would want you to be able to recognize that that's happening, like, right now.
Right.
And then I just want you to hit creeps. Like, just hit them. Spend time hitting. Like, this deny is no.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
I see what you mean.
Here, this part was super awkward as well.
Yep. That was just me standing in the wrong place again.
Yep, but there's no reason to beat no reason to beat a dead horse there. Probably their Lich refused to use the pull at all, so that made things way worse. So we know we're playing within the creep wave, except for when Pudge already hooks. So like that's why there were times where he hooked like there, and I'm like, hit him! Like this is your goal. This is your golden opportunity. Like so here I'm like, hit him.
Right.
Yeah. So
I can see it now. It's like it's really obvious now that you've explained it.
Yeah. So this is better, but like I'd be like right here.
Yeah.
You know? Like you're not like completely outside of the creep wave there. He just thread the needle on you, and it is still technically bad because you're susceptible to it, but it's not as egregious as the other ones. I was busy writing notes at that time. I cannot believe you walked over there. Because, once again, if I don't feel safe outside of creeps by, like, 20 units, the last thing I'm going to do is walk 800 units outside of creeps. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm like, holy shit, what's he doing? I was, like, taking notes. And that part was funny. I do think the team that wins the Lotus battle is generally the team that would be happy to meet outside of creeps.
That makes sense.
So during the game, creeps almost always determine aggression levels. So gaining awareness of what the creeps mean for the matchup will help you better know when to hit or be passive. right?
Yeah.
So that I wrote that down in there, and so you can translate that a bit better. I didn't know he was 6 when we were walking up there.
That's okay.
Yeah, so this was the moment we talked about where it's like, you know, be cautious, or like I said, be careful of the hook, and then so I think this, okay, I'm gonna add another thing. The higher the threat level, the more conservative our pathing must be. Like, that's just always the case. So, like, if I'm really scared, even if it's not specifically a pudge, I'm not going to walk through here.
Right.
So, I think this will pay a lot of dividends for you to really spend a lot of games going into the game thinking, what's the catalyst for their ganks? What's their general level of aggression? And now, I know that this dictates my threat level for the rest of the game. And the way I look at it is if you have a benchmark and you have the whys, like these heroes do this, this guy scouts me, this guy kills me. And what happens is whatever happens in the game, if it's a bad event, you raise the threat level. If it's a good event, you lower it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll just
Yeah,
put
that way
that.
you're just like constantly adjusting.
Yep, good events, lower it. Bad events, increase it. Yep, like you said, allows for adjustment during the game. But I find it's incredibly difficult to make adjustments if we're not conscious, like subconscious, or initially consciously, but eventually subconsciously gauging the thing. Like, it's already just there. It's like, that's my threat level every game. So I called for your guy to come top and gank for you. I don't know if you would do this type of stuff. You probably should have held your silence like you were going to. I just microed you through that one in a bad way. But when I see that my lane is fucking ass, I am assessing the resources that are on my team. And I saw your AA going back to base. So I was
So
like,
he's going to be full resources.
yeah, I'm like, he could come top. So you had mentioned in your previous session that you struggle with getting people to listen to your calls. That was in
the
your
past, I've made calls like, I guess in a rude way is the best way to say it. Or something else in the past, because I'm working on this, I'm moving past this, is I would make a call, but like after, when nobody can do anything about it.
You'd make
Be
a
like,
call
oh, we
what,
should have
sorry?
roached.
Oh, we
I
should have
make a
roached, yeah.
call after something happened, and it's like, well, yeah, but now nobody can do anything about that, so it's a useless call to make. So stuff like this, where it's like, hey, you know, you just went base, can you TP top and kill Pudge? That's more what I want to be doing, and I don't do enough.
I see. I think all of us struggle with this for different reasons. I do think the most important thing about any call we make and the question we ask ourselves is how actionable is this call?
Yeah.
Sounds like you already kind of learned that. I'll just say, I'm just going to put this in there as a reminder. How actionable is the call I made? And how many different actions accomplish it? So what I mean by that is, can we do something, guys? That's an actionable question, but how many different ways can we, quote unquote, do something?
Yeah, we could do anything.
So it's how actionable is the call and how many different actions accomplish it.
It needs to be specific and actionable.
Yeah, exactly. So specific and actionable, exactly. Let me just, my notes are kind of, okay, I already said that up there. I'm gonna make sure you're, okay. Okay. Just making sure my notes are for you are better here. Okay. So one thing about your call that I noticed, and this is just armchair psychology here, is that it was a very, in my opinion, timid way of saying it. It was like, hey man, would you be willing to come top? I think you said something like that. Would you be willing to come top? There's a middle ground, and at the end of the day, I believe the reason people like yourself and I communicate like this timidly is because over our lives, there's been times where people adversely respond to us trying to ask for help.
Yeah.
So what I found is that I'm going to give you an example. If somebody walks up to you after they gave a presentation and says, hey man, I'd really like to hear your feedback about my presentation. Do you have some time later? What's like the likelihood that you're going to give them honest, candid feedback about that?
I mean, it seems pretty high.
Okay, like is there anything that would stop you? Like, how do you feel about giving, how do you feel about somebody saying that to you? Actually, maybe that's a better question.
Somebody asking me for feedback on their presentation.
No, they just finished their presentation and they walk up to you and say, hey, let me specifically say it again. They walk up to you after their presentation and say like, hey, I'd really appreciate some feedback about my presentation later. Do you have some time? Like, how do I sound when I talk like that?
Yeah, I don't really know. It's just normal,
I'll give you a comparison. I come up to you after the presentation and go, hey man, how did I do?
It's much more like, not aggressive, but like in that neighborhood.
Okay, I'll give a better one, or I'll give a different one. Hey man, do you think people liked that presentation? Do you think I did a good job?
Okay, that's like more nervous and.
What are you going to say to them when they ask that question?
Confident. That one, you're going to tell them that they did a good job. Yeah.
You're going to reassure them.
Yeah.
So what happens in Dota is, okay, so when you said normal, I feel like you're effectively saying is there's absolutely no emotion to what I just said.
There wasn't a lot, yeah.
The first one, where I'm like, hey man,
yes.
I'd really appreciate some feedback on my presentation. Do you think we could meet up later and talk about it? Would you have some time?
Yeah.
Like, not only are you potentially willing to give me feedback, but what if you're busy later? Would you feel comfortable saying, hey man, sorry, I'm a bit busy later. I don't have time. Would you feel comfortable saying that to me with how I asked that question?
No, I'd probably be more likely to try and find a time.
But so you'd be more likely to say, I'm busy later, but maybe we could do it tomorrow? That's like what you would say, right? But what I'm trying to say is the way that we ask a question significantly alters the way that people respond to the question. And so
I see that.
I myself, being a people pleaser, I have struggled in my life. This is just my personal. I've struggled in my life with feeling like I'm a burden on people around me. So if I ask you a question and I sound like I'm worried about burdening you with this question, all everybody's going to think is subconsciously like, I don't want to get involved with that. Like, that's what they're going to think because they see this like nervous wreck. I mean, it's like there's a variance here, but like they hear something in there that they're like, there's more weight to this question than what there is in the question.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So like what I'm trying to say is like, when I think of timidness in Dota, it's because of the fact that we've had such adverse effects from asking people for things in the past.
Yeah.
And so it makes sense why it's there. And it's an adjustment that is tragic, in my opinion. It's an adjustment that's tragic. I do it too. Like I'm not even acting like I'm trying to teach you this. I'm having just a talk with you right now. This isn't meant to be a lesson. That I think it's tragic that that's how we've learned to communicate because
That's how the Dota community has trained us.
yes, and it's not good, right?
It's not.
So part of what I'm trying to do in the dojo is like, I know I need to be better about this stuff. Like, I know that I had a guy on my team today that like rage bought back, I told you about, and I tried to be positive, and one of my teammates goes, "Oh, I'm so positive. Go team." Like, he's mocking me.
Right.
And I respond with, "At least I'm not a whiny little bitch." But like, that's not how I'm not happy about responding that way. Like,
Right.
I'm not happy about that. It didn't like, I don't feel good today, and I'm like, I fucking got him. Like, it's like I feel like shit after that game. I was literally miserable for like 30 minutes after that game. So what I'm trying to say is what a lot of this Dota Dojo stuff is about is how we communicate with our teammates and just bringing awareness to how the Dota community has conditioned us to talk to people and trying to set a different tone here. So if we were not worried about an adverse reaction, how would we ask AA to come top? I can give a
So if I'm
template
not
if
worried
you'd
about
like, but go ahead.
No. I'm just thinking it through.
Yeah.
So my initial response would be to just draw attention to the fact that Pudge is vulnerable, and like let him make that decision. But that's not that's again because of how the Dota community has conditioned me, right? Like I want to make it his decision rather than my decision. Probably the best thing to do would be just like, hey, let's gank Pudge.
So, first off, I think that's a really good catch on your part that you're trying to make it his decision. What's really interesting is that I can make a request from somebody that clearly states what I want from them and leave it up to them to decide if they want to do it. It's always going to be that guy's decision no matter what.
Right.
No matter what you say to him, it's always going to be his decision. We don't have to do anything that makes it his decision. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So what we have to do, in my opinion, that's healthy, is make it known that he has a decision. The worst feeling anybody gets, at least in my experience, is when they feel like they're being like held emotionally hostage, that there's going to be a consequence if they don't do what this person wants them to do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what we're all burdened with. And so I had the student last week that really wanted to control his teammates as well. And it goes to like the opposite extreme where there's people who think they control their teammates or think they could control their teammates. There's no amount of communication you can have in terms of communication skills that makes it so you suddenly control your teammates. There's no universe, guys, spoiler alert, that you control your teammates. So then, since we now assume that it's their decision, we just need to show that we want this from them and we think it's good, but it's their call. But we don't ask, but we don't want to say, but it's your call. Like, that's bad.
Right.
Like, that's not good to say.
We want to leave that implied.
Yeah, we wanted that to be implied. And that's like what I did when I asked you, hey man, do you have time later to like help me review my presentation? Like, it is your call to make. But like, I implied that it's your call to make. So I over-explained too much. I feel like saying it's your call to make is like an example of over-explaining. Where it is implied if you ask it correctly. So for me, it's statement of observation and need/want from it. Like, for me, that's the formula. Hey, Pudge is out of position top. AA, can you TP from base? TP after your regen? Like, that's just something like that. Like, for me, it's like, hey, Pudge is out of position top. AA, can you TP after your regen? Or, hey, AA, can you TP top after your regen if Pudge walks up here? Something like this. Like, just some version of, hey, I observed something. Hey, can you do this?
Yeah.
And for me, that's how I would say it if I'm not afraid of his adverse reaction. Right? Now,
Right.
the problem is, just let's set the tone here. The problem is that no matter how well you communicate this, there are going to be people that are triggered by whatever you say.
Yeah.
Just no matter. It's important for us all to remember this is not a fun journey, and I'm not making you do it, but I encourage all of you to do it. The part that's not fun about this journey is that these guys are used to being held hostage by their decisions in Dota. People are all conditioned right now. Like that's the culture of Dota right now. Right? Like that's the standard. Most people, when they communicate something that they want from you, there's consequences if you don't listen to them. And that effectively makes your request a demand. That's like effectively what that does. And demands, you know, other people will give you different answers. I think demands, especially to somebody that's like a friendly person in a Dota game, like it's not like any other circumstance. It's like they're just incredibly rude and uncalled for. Like there's just no reason to make a demand of somebody that you don't even know. So we're not aiming for demands. And for me, what makes it a demand is what will happen if they say no. That's what makes it a demand. So not only do we have to take pride in how we say it, which is, hey, Pudge, or hey, Pudge is out of position. AA, can you TP top? We still have to acknowledge that this guy might take it as a demand and scream at us. Also, he might just say no. And the point about this, that I actually had a conversation with Dr. K about this. If you don't make this call, what happens? He probably doesn't TP top, right?
Yeah, he probably just goes back bottom.
And if you do make the call and he doesn't listen, what happens?
He just goes back bottom.
Yes. So then the only potential thing that can happen that's negative from making the call, unless we take that rejection negatively, the only thing that negative that can happen is him getting triggered, right? By whatever you said. And in my experience, that if we worry about that, we're taking responsibility for other people's actions.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. So something that Dr. K, I really liked when he said it, is just drawing attention to, if you don't make the call, what happens? If you make the call, what happens? Because a lot of us feel, like myself included, feel really bad if we make the call and then nothing happens with it. We feel like we wasted our energy trying to make that call. But in reality, every call you make is just a potential upside. And isn't that all Dota games are about, is just min-maxing potential upsides, hedging your bets? Like that's what this game's all about. So I know we went on a bit of a long tangent there that you didn't necessarily sign up for, but
no, I think it was good.
So I'm glad you enjoyed it. My goal there is like just I'm just gonna put here conversation about requests, demands, what happens if he doesn't listen. You know, for me, I've hesitated lately to do it. My default when I am new to this or struggling is to mute others and attempt the first portion, which is just statement, which is on here, which is the statement of observation and what you want from it. I found for myself now that I know how to do that part, but I still struggle with the adverse reactions of others. So if I mute everybody around me, my communication's usually pretty good. But when the game gets slightly toxic, my communication becomes pretty fucking bad. So I think I sometimes, like, it's not that I think, I've started to just ping pong back and forth in my opinion, a healthy way. Like I acknowledge, like, if I'm not able to cope with it today, like this guy getting pissed off at me, then I'm just going to mute them and try to communicate. Like, that's what I'm doing. That's kind of like, so my question that I ask going into the game is like, can I handle an adverse reaction to my request? If no, mute team and make calls. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Feel free to apply your own way.
You still have all the upside, you just don't have the downside.
Yeah. And for me, it's, I have to, like, the thing is, I did not become subconsciously competent at making calls. So when somebody gives me an adverse reaction, I get triggered. So, like, that's still happening to me. Not always, Like, it's not 100%, but it's like enough where I'm not happy about it. So,
Right.
for me, that's, and then it's like there is a line, even if I'm not worried about getting triggered, that a lot of times if I get the adverse reaction, I will mute the guy. That is my response. Let me, I need to take my sweater off 1 second. Oh. I don't think my camera's on. If it was, everyone
I
would have
can't
gotten
see
a
you.
nice nip shot. But yeah. So we've got about 10 minutes. I'm good to move on from there. Did you have any questions or thoughts about that whole thing?
Nope, I don't think so.
Okay, cool. So in this portion, we just decide, like, we can't really lane anymore because we are against Pudge. Pudge Bounty Hunter. This just feels really bad, but we didn't really have a choice. I like that you're watching mid here. Oh, we even dodged the Pudge gank. This was really close. It would have been a sick
Yeah, that
TP
was really
out.
close.
That would have been a sick TP out. The fact that you, like, looked mid, dodged the gank, and then almost got out, that's definitely better than you were in the past, I would say. About that sort of thing.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, a lot of that was just you telling me to do it, but yeah.
Fair. Unfortunate Invis Slardar there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to dive me here.
Yeah, it's still good that you took the wave like that, because it is such a big deal that we keep our towers alive as a carry like this. We have to, like, be willing to push the limits.
Yeah, yeah.
I just want to highlight this. Oh. Just so you see what... I saw this, I was just like, dude, like, we're having a fucking struggle bus lane up here and you won't even fucking buy an item, dude? Come on. That's what I was thinking during the game. Okay, so we saw everyone bottom here, so we immediately beelined it to the lane. We're going to talk about map movements for just a little bit. I want you to stop me if there's something you didn't understand in this game that I'm walking through. Or that you have a question about.
Okay.
But we were considering TPing there, but your TP was on cooldown during the fight. So
Yeah.
this was an example where, you know, what I'm going to do in this case is I wanted to have a ward because I felt like you were going to have to keep doing this. Because, like, you were just so scared, but it feels really bad to walk into this, right? So I probably would have placed a ward, like, here, or, like, up here, or, like, in lane here. Something that guards this area. Do you know what I mean?
I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I just saw you keep having to walk back over here. That's why I asked you to get the ward. But then we ended up TPing mid because nobody was defending it. So this is a classic example of, do I go for the next wave? I utilize scan to make that decision. So you scan right here. In reality, if the threat level's as high as it is, which it is, I think we should have just had you go here.
Okay.
So it seems like most players don't use scans very much for this sort of stuff. Is that the case for you as well?
I probably use it a little more than the average player, but yeah, not that much.
So I'm just going to say considerations, scans to check if you're going to go for the next wave. Like, if you're ever thinking, I want this wave, but I'm not sure, check out a scan. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want this wave, but I'm not sure. Okay. I guess maybe feeling a bit iffy might be the better description of that.
Yeah.
In this case, we pushed as soon as possible. Yeah, so when I'm looking here, here's what I'm thinking, by the way, just so you get a better idea. That's how my brain works. They just 4-man, 5-man took your tier 2 tower, okay? From this point on, there is an ever-expanding circle from right here about where they could be. Okay? Because they're going off map. So it's like here now, here now, here now, here now, here now. Here now. Okay, they're over here now. Sardar's pretty fast here. Okay, now I now know where he is. Which direction does he go from here? Oh, he's running this way. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's where I am. So that's the type of stuff where I think checking the minimap is not enough. Because it's really hard to tell just looking at the minimap what direction he exactly walked.
Right, right.
Like, it's a big difference if he walks this way than this way. Because this way means he's running at mid-tier tier 2 tower. This way means he's running this way. So, like, that's an example of why I think looking at people while we're jungling is really impactful. And then, so I saw that out of the corner of my eye in the game, and now I see them mid. So now I'm thinking ever-expanding circle again. So I see Pudge like this, and I would have TP'd. That's why I see Pudge like right here. In my head, he's right here.
And he was.
Yeah. The thing is, we just have to assume the worst at all times. That's just Dota.
Right, right, right.
So that's why I think of it as the ever-expanding circle, that they're usually on that circle. That's usually how it works. Like, they're not within the circle. They're usually on they're on the edge of this circle, yes.
Right.
The only exception is if I think the guy's a farming hero, which then the circle expands a bit slower. Because he's hitting creeps, yeah. Did that ever-expanding circle thing help you, or?
Yeah, I think that's helpful.
Okay.
It's something I can, like, try to keep in the back of my mind. It's another thing that I'll have to, like, drill, I guess, to get to the unconscious competence. But
yeah, so the trigger is this is generally, you are looking at the minimap solely to see where people leave vision or not. So what you'll learn is that's a lot on creep waves, towers, through wards. Like, you're now thinking what gives vision. Now I'm consciously trying to pay attention to when they go out of vision.
Right.
And so, like, you're looking at the minimap to see people leave vision. And then from there, you know in your head that you're creating this ever-expanding circle of where they could be. And they're almost usually always on the edge of the circle. And at the very least, we have to assume that they are. Like,
right.
Because anywhere in that circle is not a worry to us, because usually we're like, that, like, yeah, you know what I mean? That's usually not a concern.
Yeah, you have to go through them to get there.
Yeah, exactly. So that's something that, like, that's similar to the threat level thing. I think it would be a follow-up. It wouldn't be before the threat level thing.
Okay.
So do the threat level thing first so that you're more so reacting to what you see. And then once that feels subconsciously competent, I'm thinking that's a decent amount of games for that one. Then basically you'll know it's subconsciously competent when you think you can do that and look at the minimap all the time.
Okay.
I would say that's the trigger, that it's subconsciously competent. And then we're going to move you to the minimap to think about people leaving vision and ever expanding. And that's just going to give you a much better idea of where people are in the game.
Okay.
Because
sounds good.
For me, how this works is we're just kind of monitoring what areas they control. Because if we see 5 heroes like this, right now, all they control is this. But if we see one guy TP here, and we say we're losing, and one guy TP here, they now control here, 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 and an ever-expanding circle from all 3 locations.
Right.
So, like this. So it's like, with time, you're moving away from them. That's like how I see it. Does that give you a good picture?
Right, right. No, that's good, I think.
Okay, cool. So I didn't want to...
It's good because, like, it's something I can, like, practice in a game. I can do this over and over again, you know?
Yeah. That was the goal for today, because I think I kind of did you wrong last time. I think I gave you improper advice for what would best fit you. I have more confidence that I did it better today. And that's not me asking you for approval. I think this is going to be more actionable for you. So I'm excited about that. And if it isn't, you know, shucks. So for me, I don't like to give people too much. For me, I feel like you have things that will cover you for many a game. Do you have any questions?
No, I think I'm good to go.
Sweet, man. Hope you enjoyed the session. Thanks for signing up.
Yeah, this was great.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll
Thank
see you later.
very much.
Yeah.
See ya.
Okay, guys. I have a Dutch lesson in 8 minutes. I need to save this guy's. Let me quickly work coaching. Voqics 11:14 or 1:14:26 notes. I need to quickly give him his notes. Valid environment. Hey, dig Zerugel. Thank you. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Thank you, sir. I like catered YouTube recommendations, and I like Veritasium. So the guy is Dutch, or you're learning Dutch? I'm learning Dutch. I'm American, and I live in the Netherlands. Ik spreek een beetje Nederlands. Ik woon hier al 4 jaar. Okay. I will be... When do I come back online? I will be back online, I guess, next week. I don't have anything for the foreseeable future on stream here, guys. So I will be back. So hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.